You're listening
You're listening
to another episode
of the Fresh Takes
podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is up? What is up? It is Tank here from the Fresh Takes podcast, and it is a Friday evening, Friday night, whatever you want to call it, because you might be listening to it a different day. But let me tell you, it is another episode of Tank's Thoughts. And I just want to say congratulations to Pat for beating me the other day in the quiz game show. He blew it out of the water. He took every single point he could. Currently, he is tied 17-17 against Tim. This upcoming week will be Tim versus Pat. So you have those two going to be battling it out. There's no way I'm going to be able to catch up in the quiz points. So I'm going to be rooting for Pat on that, or we're looking at even at the pick sheet where we put up, and there's no way I can beat Tim. So I won't be winning that or the game show. But you never know. I mean, heck, it could come down to where Pat is asking the questions, and I could blow Tim out the water with all the answers, and I could catch up somehow, some way with that, with 2 points each. But we'll get right past that. What is tonight's episode going to be about? It is going to be another episode of my top 10 players on a specific team that I like is a favorite team of mine. We're going to be dabbling into the MLB, the good old Major League Baseball. My favorite team, if you do not know, is the New York Yankees. So we'll get right into my honorable mentions, and then we'll hit from 10 through 1, which when we hit to 2, we will do a recap of 2 through 10, and then we'll shoot it over to Tim and Pat for their honorable mentions, and then we'll come right back to me and give you my number 1. So let's get right down to business. Not number, but in my honorable mentions, my 3 that are my honorable mentions are none other than CC Sabathia, Giancarlo Stanton, and Java Chamberlain. So those are my my 3 honorable mentions. I could have put them on the list, but at the same time, I feel like my top 10 was already crowded by players that I really like and think that they belong on the top 10 list. So we'll get right into number 10. Number 10 is none other than Hideki Matsui. I really liked him when he played. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I can't remember all the dates for everybody. But, I started really watching baseball around 99, 2000-ish, and became a New York Yankees fan. I guess you do hear their name a good bit. And I had a lot of friends who were New York Yankees fans. So to kind of be in the clique, I guess, to understand what baseball is and to be able to talk baseball to my friends, I kind of just joined the Yankees. I don't want to call it bandwagon because I've been a fan since, like you said, since 99 or 2000. But, that's how I became it. But Hideki Matsui is number 10. Number 9. Number 9 is none other than Andy Pettitte, another player I kind of grew up on watching and enjoyed watching him. He played for the Yankees pretty well and did well. So, number 8. Number 8 is somebody been in the news for this or that, for the different I don't want to say scandals, but some scandals. But it is none other than Alex Rodriguez. Alex Rodriguez is the number 8. I could have put him a little higher, but I also looked at the reason why I put him a little lower is because of the scandals that he was in. But he's one heck of a ball player, and I enjoyed watching him. I've been to a couple games and I saw him, and it was really good to see Alex Rodriguez play. Number 7. Number 7 is none other than Curtis Granderson. I again saw him play live, and it was really cool. He's a good ball player, really good at what he does, and I enjoyed watching him play. Number 6. Number 6 is a current player on the team. I can tell you that. And let's just say, all rise. Aaron Judge is number 6. That is right, Aaron Judge at number 6. Dude's a stud. Being a taller guy and being able to do what he's able to do, I gotta give it to him. I enjoy watching him. I haven't been to a baseball game with him playing, but I would like to see him live. So Aaron Judge, keep it up. Like to see you one day and possibly even get a autograph from you. Number 5. Number 5 is none other than Robinson Cano, another player that I got to see live and really his ball play is, I think, really well. I'm not saying he's the greatest, but he is up there. He's really well known, and I enjoyed watching him. Number 4. Number 4 is none other than the good old Tex. That's right, Mark Teixeira. Um, Watching him play is phenomenal. Good at what he does, and I just I enjoy it. Like you said, these are players that I've watched or I've been to live baseball games and seen them play. So um, I had to put them where they are. But yeah, Mark Teixeira at number 4. Number 3. Number 3 is none other than a good old captain, Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter was the time era with Derek Jeter and Alex Rodriguez was phenomenal. To again see him play live, he's just a really mellow kind of person, and I enjoyed watching him play. Number 2. Number 2 is a good old I don't know how to kind of put him in, but he is Jorge Posada, one of the greatest catchers that I enjoyed watching growing up and seeing him play. He was just phenomenal at what he does. So we'll get right into my 10 through 2 before we hit it over to Tim and Pat for their honorable mentions, but we'll get right back into it. Number 10 was Hideki Matsui. Number 9 was Andy Pettit. Number 8 was Alex Rodriguez. 7 was Curtis Granderson. Number 6 was Aaron Judge. Number 5 was Robinson Cano. 4 was Mark Teixeira. 3 was Derek Jeter. Number 2 was Jorge Posada. So let's jump it over to Tim and Pat to see what their honorable mentions are. Take it away, boys.
Okay, I don't know why Tank keeps constantly picking terrible teams, but I guess my 3 honorable mentions would have to be Johnny Damon, the caveman, Mark Teixeira, and then Robinson Cano.
Honorable mention for the Yankees. I'm so thrilled. That's like asking an honorable mention for the Cowboys because they're a disgusting, vile franchise. Short and sweet to the point. I will respect greatness. So my 1, 2, and 3 honorable mention for the Yankees is Mariano Rivera, the only Yankee that needs to be mentioned.
All right, boys. Thank you for putting your 2 cents in it. And I enjoyed having you all here. Maybe I can get you all back on the show one day and go from there and see what we can come up with the top 10 is. But other than that, I do appreciate you all coming on and giving me your all's honorable mentions. So, again, we only have the number 1 spot left at my top 10 players. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. Can I get a drum roll, please? Number 1. Number 1, my all-time favorite pitcher, all-time favorite baseball player, all-time favorite Yankees player is none other than Mariano Rivera. I got to see his last season that he played. I got to see him play at the Camden Yards against the Baltimore Orioles. Honestly, phenomenal baseball player, phenomenal pitcher, phenomenal everything. And there was a little backstory about his life a little bit, and he had a cardboard cutout as a glove. That was his glove when he was growing up as a kid and everything. And it was really cool how he made it to be able to go out and take a piece of cardboard and make a glove and kind of grew up and make it big. So Mariano Rivera, you're my number one. And if you ever listen to this video, thank you for playing. And I bow to you. Just, dude, you're great. So yeah, there you guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you have my top 10 New York Yankees players from the MLB. Don't forget, you can hit us up on good old X, FKA, aka, what was the other one? It wasn't also known. I can't remember what the other acronym was, but you can hit us up on that good old Twitter, or you can hit us up on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, where you can listen to us and follow the videos. Comment below, let us know what your top 10 players are of the New York Yankees. Maybe you don't like the Yankees, and maybe you have another top 10. Other than that, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and don't forget, one of our lucky fans, when we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, will become a lucky winner of a prize from yours truly, Tank, Tim, and Pat of the Fresh Takes podcast. Don't forget, every Tuesday, Wednesday, we come out with a new episode of the Fresh Takes podcast. Every Thursday at around noon Eastern Standard Time comes out with the new top 10 power rankings from Pat. And then every other Sunday, you have Testing Tim's Knowledge. And a couple weeks ago, he forgot to make one because of his new work schedule. And again, he forgot to do it this week because he's still getting a little adjusted to his new work schedule. So I think this upcoming Sunday in a couple days, he will be coming out with a new episode of Testing Tim's Knowledge. Other than that, this is Tank. I will see you all next Tuesday on the Fresh Takes podcast. Peace, y'all.